We are live. Okay. It appears that Manny Pacquiao, this guy, Manny Pacquiao, he's one of the greatest of all time, one of the best, if not the best of all time. He's going to fight Terrence Crawford. And I'm not sure if, well, the fight hasn't been finalized, I believe. No, Keith Thurman. Terrence Crawford. The date is revealed. It's on the brink of getting confirmed, so it's not necessarily gonna happen. But Manny Pacquiao will be the greatest of all time if he can defeat pound for pound star Terrence Crawford in a highly anticipated matchup this year. Now, if you look at Crawford, he's ducking Errol Spence. He doesn't want to fight Errol Spence. He's hesitant to make that fight. He's hesitant to take the split that has been offered towards him. And I guess it kind of speaks to Crawford's level of cowardice. Hey, I gotta say it. I mean, if he doesn't want to make that fight, then perhaps he's scared of Errol Spence. But let's get back to Manny Pacquiao. Robert Garcia, the top trainer, as brother Mikey continues to chase a fight with Manny Pacquiao, the Filipino senator, one of the greatest of all time. Pacquiao has ties to a possible summer battle with Crawford in the Middle East. Reports came out of left field earlier in the week that shocked the boxing world. Upon hearing the welterweight title bout could be in the works, Elise Sekbak was on the case to ask Mikey and Robert their thoughts. That's a great fight. Manny Pacquiao. He'll be the best of all time, said Robert Garcia. He'll be the greatest. I'm inclined to agree with that. I mean, if you look at Manny Pacquiao's body of work, his, I don't know, you need to go to BoxRec. There you go. If you look at his body of work, I mean, the man is definitely one of the greatest of all time. He's just beaten a lot of top contenders. He won the WBC world title against Chachai Sesoko. I mean, that guy's not really a great fighter. None of these guys are really any good. But he fought some really good competition when he fought. Now, these guys are actually really good. These guys are world champions. I take that back. But that's an international title. It's not the world title. This is a world title. World Boxing Council World Flyweight title. These two are world titles. Okay, and this guy was coming off a couple wins here. Now, these belts are international super bantamweight titles, so it's not really. But you need to remember that considering where Pacquiao came from, he came from fucking flyweight, and he's dominating at welterweight. That's something that you really need to look at and appreciate. Because I mean, I don't think there's ever going to be another fighter that's as good as Manny Pacquiao in terms of what he has accomplished and how he moved up between 8 divisions. I mean, that's something to behold. Ladwaba's a pretty good fighter. He's a killer. This guy Lalo Ladwaba. I mean, I watched that fight. He knocked out Ladwaba. That's insane, dude. Ladwaba was like one of the best in his own weight class. Marco Antonio Barrera, another legend. Marquez, another legend. Eric Morales, another legend. But he came back and he won that fight. I mean, the reason why he lost this fight to Eric Morales was because he had to take a lot of blood. So he weakened him before the fight. So he had a lot of problems going into that fight because he was weakened from the blood when they took his blood. And then he went on a tear. And then with Timothy Bradley, that was a controversial decision because Pacquiao actually beat Bradley. And then he went on another tear, a three fight winning streak. He arguably beat Floyd Mayweather 6-7-5. He did not lose to Jeff Horn. Let's be real here. He beat Jeff Horn. He did not lose to Jeff Horn. Let's be honest. Keith Thurman, he beat him easy, and great fighter, man, great fighter. Definitely a very good fighter. I'm interested if he beats Crawford. Now, that would make him the greatest of all time because he's 42. I mean, he's old and he's beating these young guys. And he's beating these young guys that are like in their prime. I mean, Terrence Crawford, he's not really, he hasn't really had a marquee name. He hasn't really fought nobody that's of note. Um, I mean, come on, let's be real here. Like his body of work at welterweight is kind of slim to none, man. Like he's not, he doesn't have a better body of work than Danny Garcia. Not even Danny Garcia doesn't have a better body of work than Errol Spence. That's a fact. Even Sean Porter has a better body of work than Crawford at welterweight. So even though he won the WBO welterweight title from Jeff Horn, I mean Jeff Horn, not a great fighter. Jose Benavidez, not really one of the top fighters at welterweight. Amir Khan, he was on his way out. This guy, I don't know who this guy is. Cavalioscas. I mean, he looks like a, sounds like a bum. I mean, maybe he's good. He actually won a belt. He won a bronze medal in amateur boxing. I mean, the guy is not a complete bum, but not really elite in terms of the elite at welterweight. He's not elite. He's unknown. Nobody knows who this guy is. Edios, yeah, nobody knows who that guy is. So, coming back to it, I think Pacquiao should be the favorite. 2 fights left. I think he should fight Crawford, beat Crawford, and then he should fight, and then he should fight someone like Mikey Garcia, or maybe give him like an easy fight at the end, so that he can just go out on top because he's earned that position. He's earned he has earned the respect. He has earned his place in boxing. He's already earned his. I mean, he's already a fucking Hall of Famer. Like, there's nothing else he has to prove in the sport of boxing. He's done it all. He's won world champions in different weight classes. What else is there to prove, to be honest? He beats Crawford, he becomes the greatest of all time. Because this is something that has never been done before. Has anyone ever moved from flyweight all the way to welterweight and beat the best? Not the best, but I mean, Crawford, he's not the best at welterweight because his body of work isn't that deep, but he was definitely the best at 140 pounds. So you can't take that away from Crawford. You know, his body of work at his body of work at 140 is definitely one of the best because he's beating all of these guys. Yeah, at 140 he's the best. At 147, not even close, man. Sorry about that, bro. I'm sorry, bro. You ain't even close to the fighter that Errol Spence is, man. And yeah, I mean, that's all I gotta say, man. Like Crawford, not really on that level. Not really on that level. And he's a bitch for not taking the Errol Spence fight, too. Like, come on, let's be real here. Like, take the Errol Spence fight, take the 80-20 split, and shut the fuck up because you don't deserve more than that. You haven't shown that you deserve more than that, bro. Look, Kell Brook, look, I've already broken down his resume, man. Like, I don't have to keep going back and forth with you, Crawford. Like, look, you're a good fighter at 140, but at 147, you need to just shut up and take whatever you can get. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it is. It's cutthroat, but life ain't fair, dude. That's just how it is. Anyways, man.